The team behind the project says it hopes to address issues of homelessness and environmental pollution.
In the northeastern state of Kaduna, the compound of a non-governmental organization known as the Developmental Association for Renewable Energies, DARE, is littered with thousands of used plastic bottles. Across Nigeria's cities and villages, waste, including plastic bottles and other non-biodegradable materials, end up at dump sites and landfills or on streets, often clogging drains and waterways. But DARE has found an innovative way for plastic bottles, building houses as part of a renewable energy project. The bottles are first filled with sand and then arranged in rows and linked together with string and a mixture of cement and clay to hold them in place. Yahaya Ahmed is an environmentalist and the chairman of DARE. He says, apart from helping to save the environment, the bottle houses will also solve some of Nigeria's housing problems.
I think it's sustainable and can really create a lot of jobs for our many youths who, first of all, have not had the opportunity of having a very good education, or even those who have, how many people now have degrees and are unemployed. So, but those who are even below, you have a lot of them, and such simple technologies can really absorb a lot of them, so that we have less and less idle use on the street.
For a two-bedroom flat complete with kitchen, toilet and bath, about 14,700 bottles of 0.75 liters will be used. The bottle houses are not only cheaper than brick ones, but also better suited for Nigeria's hot climate. Temperature inside the house stay low because the sand insulates them from the heat. The project also aims to provide jobs for many unemployed young people. Samai Ismail has lived in his own bottle house for almost 3 years now. His old house was made of wood and would collapse during the rainy season.
For instance, if you take one block of bottle bricks, when you compare it with the block, cement block, it can easily break the block. But this one, if you take a hammer, you cannot break it.
To provide more affordable houses for Nigerians, DARE plans to build its first complete estate of 30 units of 2 to 3 bedroom flats.
Well, joining us from Kaduna is the chairman for the Developmental Association for Renewable Energies, that's DARE, Mr. Yahaya Ahmed. Mr. Ahmed, thank you very much for joining us on Network Africa.
Thank you.
Now, just like your acronym suggests, you dared to do things differently, and it's actually played out fantastically. What inspired you to do what you do?
Yeah, first of all, you see, we have a very serious environmental problem. All around us is waste everywhere, and most especially plastic waste. What really inspired me was I was one day very under pressure in Lagos, in Ikoyi, to catch my flight to Kaduna, and I have to pass through Marina to pick up something.
Okay.
And it started raining heavily. When we arrived in Marina, everywhere was flooded. Before we reached Surulere, the cars can't go anymore. So because of that, I have to miss my flight. And what I noticed was that everywhere in the flood were plastic waste floating around. And I realized that it's not only Lagos. Everywhere we have the same problem. So I'm in contact. I chatted with some of our partners outside, and I said, look, we have this serious problem, and that's one of the reasons why I lost my flight. And they gave me an idea that we can do something with the plastic waste. So they referred me to a program going on in South America. And when I saw it, I said, wow, we can do this also here because it can help a lot of our problem. That's number one. And number two, here in the north especially, we have a lot of these youth idling around. Well, you call them almajiri or something. It's not everybody's almajiri. Almajiri means a student anyway. But you have them a lot, and it's really appalling. On one side, we have our government, from the local government to state to the federal, incapable of solving our environmental problems. And on the other side, you have a lot of very big human resources which if we use really can help alleviate this. And so this is how we started. And, you know, as he said, it's a daring sometimes. So we dared everybody.
Oh.
I called these Almajiris, talk with them, and said, look, we are going to get you some job. We are going to train you. And if you do it, and they were very, very ready to do it. And really they cooperated a lot. So we gathered a lot of these plastic bottles, and then we started the training. And gradually we started build the houses so that it works very well. And so that's how, if you like, in a nutshell, that's how we started.
Now, how long does it actually take to complete a house made of recycled bottles? We know the number of bottles it takes, like we heard in the report, but how long does it take to build?
Yeah, the longest time is the collection of the bottles and filling them appropriately or correctly, the way we want with the sand. If that is done and you have all, for example, if you want to build a 2-bedroom flat, that's with kitchen, parlor and everything, a 2-bedroom, you know about roughly 15,000 bottles to 18,000.
No, I mean, how many
and
days?
If you have this ready, it will take less than 2 weeks to get the.
Wow, the 2 weeks is a very short time to build a 3 or 2-bedroom house. But how exactly do you allocate these houses to the people who you build them for?
Well, we are not estate developers. We don't build this and allocate it to people. Only we train people. We really we put a lot of emphasis on the training.
Okay.
A lot of these unemployed youth hanging around and who have not got the opportunity to go to school or something, but they are still there. They can learn some skills. These are the people we train, and they in turn get some contract with different people who want to build, who have heard of this and want to build.
My final
it
question.
On the client. Pardon?
I'm saying my final question is, what other projects are you involved in besides this?
Yeah, well, if you like, we are mostly involved in dissemination of these renewable energies. So this is really creating awareness and sensitization that we really, with our energy poverty, I mean, we are still battling to get 6,000 megawatts on the line. And we have a lot of other opportunities to generate energy, for example, from the sun, from the wind, from biogas.
And we hope that you exploit those opportunities. And we look forward to having you again. We said we hope you exploit those opportunities, and we look forward to having you on Network Africa again. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Yahaya Ahmed. Still to come on Network Africa, university students from Uganda give farmers an opportunity to trade using an agro-market application.